I really want to start with this. I laughed because it's so true. Your 20 red flags for
Mm.
women and dating. What what made you come up with those 20 red flags? Are those personal experiences or experiences from other men that you coach?
Bit of a combination of both. I wanted to include a useful what not to do guide in the book because in life, I find it's easier. You get better results if you tend to avoid going certain places. You know what I mean? Doing certain
Mm-hmm.
things, hanging out with certain people, than it is being more specific about what it is that you want to hang out with and be with and the people you want to be around, sort of thing. So the red flag notion, it came to me several years ago. I'd done probably close to 1,000 coaching calls by that time. And it's like the same thing would keep coming up over and over again. I'd keep copious notes at the end of each consult and be like, when I was writing the book, it seemed pretty obvious that if guys avoid women with these 20 characteristic traits, and you're not going to find a woman probably that doesn't have any of them. They're going to be super rare. You might find, like a handful that might have one or two that are going to be somewhat forgivable or they're taking ownership for. But the vast majority of guys that have terrible relationships with women get divorced, get taken advantage of, are betrayed, in any number of those senses. They'll find that there's a stack of red flags present in that woman that they probably didn't know about, but
Mm-hmm.
overlooked. Their spidey senses might have picked up on it. You know what I mean?
Well, and reading your book and the 20 red flags, I'm sitting there, I'm reading through the 20 red flag chapter, and I'm thinking, yeah, I fell for that one, fell for that one, fell for that one, fell for that one. And Rich, I'm telling you, I wish this book was out when I was 20 years old. I
Yeah,
really do. I
I
think
get that a lot.
it could have saved a lot of people a lot of heartache. So I'm reading the red flag stuff. And I actually and I know you said you may be working on another book down the road. Um, Couple red flags that I've noticed in women that weren't necessarily in there. And I know that you can go on and on and on with like
Oh
50
yeah,
to 100 red flags.
absolutely.
Easily influenced women. And when I say that, Rich, it's you have gained notoriety doing what you do. I've gained notoriety doing what I do. You have haters. I have haters. And when a woman that you're involved with or seeing says to you, "Oh, did you see what so and so said about you on social media? Is that true?" And it's like, listen, I'm here, they're here. I don't care what they say. Stay off the pages, stay off the crap, okay? Because all they want to do is bring me down. And you had written in your book too that haters never come from above; they come from below.
Yeah.
Explain that to folks who may not get that.
Well, hate never comes from above you. You'll never get hate from somebody doing better than you because they're doing better than you. They don't like, they're not envy or jealous of you. Like, envy is a terrible emotion. That's usually where it comes from. And their strategy is, I see this guy up there. He might have things that I want or doing things that I want to be, surrounded, by certain men or women, for example. So I'm just going to say mean shit to bring him down because that's all I got. Like, when they get to the point where it's just point and sputter and they just
Mm-hmm.
say mean shit and they don't even know what they're talking about 99% of the time, you just have to laugh at it. I mean, if you don't
Yeah.
have haters, you're probably not that influential. You probably aren't doing something right. You probably aren't standing up for anything at the end of the day. If I may, I'd like to kind of take a few steps back because you brought
Yeah.
up the
Absolutely.
potential red flag of women that are easily influenced by others.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that women in general are far more influenced by others than men are.
Yes.
Now, strong, virtuous, alpha, stand up sort of guys aren't that easily manipulated, which I think is one of the reasons why society, culture, the state is trying to soften masculinity and bring men down because you're more controllable. But women inherently, I believe, are more susceptible to manipulation, to propaganda, if you will. The group think in women is quite strong. I think it's an evolutionary result of them being the softer, more protected sex and men being more disposable. So you could call it a red flag, but I think you're going to find that present in a lot of women to some degree.
Well, I agree with you 100%, but I think it also depends on what degree. Women who listen to their girlfriends
Right.
more than they will value their man's opinion. Well, Susie said this, and Mary said this, and I think I should do this, and I think I should do that. And Susie's boyfriend or Susie's husband doesn't do this or doesn't do that. And I think women who hang out with other women who are dating betas, okay, and pussified men, I think her girlfriends resent the fact that she is with somebody who stands in his own frame as well.
They do. And what you'll find is women will adopt your frame if she sees you as her best option. So it might start with Susie says this, or Susie came across that, or the internet said this, is that true, sort of thing. But if you're on your purpose, you're on your grind, you're doing what you're about, you have yourself as your own mental point of origin, you're out there putting your little dent in the universe, doing something of significance. What men will often find is when you're that guy, she will adopt your political views. She will adopt your musical taste. She will adopt even your culinary taste. She will adopt, music that you like. Women conform, to the cup. Women are more like water, and men need to be the cup because women fill the cup, sort of thing. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here and pin down below in the top comment. You'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.